Hello and welcome to FISHTORY. Today I'm going to start an aquarium. Hey you, did you know that you can start an aquarium without making a mess? Yes, you. Do you always make a mess every time you fill up your aquarium? It gets all muddy and murky? Is there another way? Does it take forever? Well, today we're going to talk all about that. How you can avoid this situation and other errors without losing your top. Alright guys, so we're going to put the aqua soil in the aquarium. And even if we didn't rinse it extremely thoroughly, there's no water in the tank yet. So we're literally just shaking it in there for now. Getting enough in there that we can get a good coating of it, however you want it. If you're going to be building an aquascape where you want to show some depth, a lot of times you're going to want to slope it one way or the other. You may want to use something as spacers, lava rock, or bigger stones that are cheaper than the aqua soil if you've got enough depth. Now, I like to put it at least an inch deep no matter what, even if it's just for shrimp, for buffering the water. But if you're growing plants, you really want an inch or two minimum so that those roots can spread out. And also, if you cap that afterwards, your plants will stay because of the sand cap. That will hold on to them firmer. Whereas this stuff, they tend to float up and away, especially if there's any current or flow. But now we've got the aqua soil in here. This whole thing is dry right now, but we kept this aqua soil damp. We went straight from the dirty bucket to there. Now you can pour this out, and if this was the type of aqua soil like Amazonia that has ammonia and nitrogen and all the nutrients in it plus the minerals, you can pour that in your garden, and that is absolutely wonderful for your gardens. However, keep it away from your fish because it's poison. Alright my friends, I'm trying to fit into this shot, so pardon me being bent over so low. But we're going to fill up the aquarium now. This is a little 2.5 gallon. We're going to fill it up now that we've got the aqua soil in it. It's well rinsed, and we're going to use a trick. Now this is a small tank, so we're going to use a small bowl. But you can use a colander or a bowl or even a cookie sheet, anything to break the water's fall. And you're just going to put it in the tank and then use whatever method you want to fill your aquarium with, and you're going to get water that's aquarium safe. So right here we've got, it's already cleared of chlorine in it. There's no anything that's problematic in it. And this is how you will fill your tank without kicking up as much debris. Now when you fill your tank with this method, going slowly but surely, there may still be quite a bit of silt and cloudiness. And we're going to talk about what to do about that if that's the case. But if you can get this to be relatively clear just on its own, then you've already won. That's all you have to do. You already did it, and your own filtration and gravity and physics will make sure that your tank stays nice and clean. Now you see how slow I'm going, but we're keeping the water almost totally clear here. You can go a little quicker as you get more and more water in there, but keep aimed right at that same bowl or whatever's breaking the water's splash so that it doesn't go all over the place. Alright, pretty darn good, right? So, then you just take this out. You can run your filter for a while, and if you're already using cycled water from another aquarium, you can actually put a low bioload in there already. Your tank's just about ready to go. Now, other than that, if it is getting really cloudy, whatever brand you bought, maybe it's not as clean as Blue Wall Stratum. You saw how little rinsing we just did. We just soaked it, dunked it a few times, and you can get it this clear. Now, it's not super clear, but it is clear enough that this will settle overnight and it will be fairly clear. So let me show you now how you can polish it the rest of the way and get rid of this. If you put it in already and you're watching this video and you're thinking, yeah, but my tank's already all full of dirt and dust, what do I do? Well, this next part's for you. Alright, so we rinsed off the gravel and we've got pretty clear water, but you can see if we shine a light, you've got the notorious bubbles that form, but you've also got some schmutz, a little bit of debris and stuff. Ignore the algae on this. I just swiped this off another aquarium. But now that we've got it in here, how do we get it the rest of the way clean? Because it's still not all the way clean. And we want it to look pristine. Even if it is a small little tank, we want it to look real nice. So we are going to run either a sponge filter, a canister filter, or a hang off the back. We're going to get rid of all the guts and ingredients from a hang off the back filter or a canister filter, and then we're simply going to use filter floss, which is acrylic that hasn't been treated with the flame retardant that is harmful to fish and plants, and we're just going to shove that in here, and then we're just going to prime by using a cup or whatever. Just prime the chamber, get it running. So here we go, we've got this, we're gonna get this going in just a moment, and it will get all muddy and dirty. And in the meantime, the last important step that you can't forget is if you already stole this from the aquarium that you had somewhere else, so maybe you had a different aquarium in the other room, you're gonna wanna take your filter media, your bio beads, and your maybe you have a filter media bag, maybe you've got clay tablets, maybe you've got a sponge here and some filter floss here, and you're going to want to set that aside, and you can just keep it wet for, we're only going to do this for something like 6 to 24 hours, maybe 48 in a scenario where this water's really mucky. And we're just going to run it, and we'll just try to kind of block off so that the water can't flow through without going through here. And we're just going to run it at full speed. And we're just going to let it get murky. And then I'll show you how we're going to deal with that. And if you have a sponge filter, you can actually leave that right in the aquarium as well. But you're going to want to take a bag or a bowl and place it under the water, take your sponge filter and put it in the bag or in the bowl underwater, and you're going to get a cloud of dust and debris starting. But then close the bag around it and take that whole bag of water and muck and everything and just bring it up out of the water together, and that way you can actually just toss it. But remembering that if it's your only sponge filter in the tank, that's also your bioactive filter media, and you don't want to get rid of too much of it. So let's let this thing run its course for a few, like 30 minutes to an hour, and we'll see how much cleaner the water appears. Here's trying to see the bowl through the thing without any extra light. Here's with some light. So you guys can kind of get an idea of what we're working with. And you can see in such a small tank that little container actually steals quite a bit of it. But this is going to be our mud trap, and already you can see that it's starting to even discolor slightly and get little pieces in it. And all those we can either wring out, use this stuff later, or we can totally toss it out. But it makes it really nice and easy. So that is going to be hands down the easiest and most effective way. Alright, so I just want to show you here, we've taken a coffee filter and we've folded it into quarters, and we've wedged it right in between the space where the water has to flow, in between the intake here and the area where we were already starting to see this dust and debris starting to kind of color up here. Now if it's really dirty, this will turn into a mud puddle, but that coffee filter will do a good job of polishing the very finest little pieces out of there very quickly. And you can just toss the coffee filter or recycle it, compost it, whatever you want to do with it. Now, getting a cloudy tank to turn clear is just about as simple as can be when you know these few tricks. and you have a little bit of patience. But I want to end the video by talking about several types of substrate. And when people use substrate, they don't always know when they're using one that has ammonia and nitrites and nitrates, and how long that takes to cycle and or to be safe for fish, even though it's safe for plants immediately, versus the kind like Brightwell or Fluval which are ready immediately and have nutrients in the form of various vitamins and minerals that are from the soil, substrate, clay that they're built from, but they don't have active organic compounds. Well, my friends, that's about all there is to it. We've got a clean tank now, and now you know the tricks I use even on a big tank. The last little tidbit I would say is get some coffee filters and get yourself some good glass cleaner. I like Fritz glass cleaner in particular, but any brand will do, especially anything with a lubricant in it that's safe for your animals. And just clean down the glass, get rid of the last little bits of dust and debris that are going to be at the high water mark, and you are good to go. Thank you so much for watching. Lately, my content hasn't been getting out even to my subscribers at the rate that it used to. And if you enjoyed this, a thumbs up, subscribing if you're not subscribed yet somehow, and all that sort of thing, leaving a comment. It all really helps, and so I really do appreciate it. Thank you, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.